Will there ever be self-driving motorcycles? The idea of a self-driving motorcycle is a weird yet curious one. You'd almost think there would be no point in a self-driving motorbike, as it would take all the joy and freedom away from riding, thus leaving us with the question as to why some manufacturers are making prototypes. From the research I've gathered, we still seem to be far off any of these prototypes coming into production, as most of the manufacturers making these bikes have made these using and testing the knowledge of robotics and various control units. But these tests aren't just for them to test the limits of their knowledge. They use what they learn in these experiments to help fine-tune lean angle assist systems and stability control modules, like such systems on the BMW S1000RR. Now, if in the future these bikes do end up coming out, the benefits of the bikes are supposed added safety. As a report says, funnily enough, 94% of crashes are human error. Yet, in my personal opinion, I find it hard to believe that an autonomous motorcycle can prevent all major/fatal crashes. What amazes me the most is that BMW said their own self-driving motorbike plans to practically make the helmet and other protective gear obsolete. So basically a squid's dream bike. The main benefits we receive from testing out this kind of technology is, as I mentioned before, better and new control systems, like lean angle assist and stability control. But the main benefit, in my opinion, is that they're finally implementing adaptive cruise control to help riders with those super long rides when commuting or road tripping, thus helping maintain safe following distance and stay within speed limit when obviously deciding not to have a little fun. They take the radar used on the riderless bikes and implement it onto these new bikes, and surprisingly, Honda, Yamaha and Ducati have already started doing this, with Kawasaki soon to implement it onto the H2 and join the club. Another thing that I never thought that could happen is Yamaha is trying to make a riderless bike compete with Valentino Rossi, as you can see in the current video. While Yamaha's bike was 30 seconds slower than Rossi, they state the bike is currently at the level of an amateur track rider. As from the video, the main problem they have is that they can't shift weight around like a Rossi can. The problem of not being able to control a varying weight is what it looks like the bike is struggling with the most in the corners, and a big hurdle manufacturers will have to overcome if they ever want these bikes to go into production or competition. With all the positive and cool stuff out of the way, what is the potential bad side of self-driving motorbikes? Well, there isn't much data or research I could look into, so I basically had to look at the current problems that autonomous cars are having. Out of all the problems I could find, I narrowed it down to the main three that would affect motorbike riders, which are a false sense of security, as people that would buy these bikes will think just because there's a program doing it all, there's no way anything can go wrong. Which leads us into our next problem: imperfect software. Software can never be 100% reliable, as I'm sure everyone knows, and all it can take is a slight bug or glitch, and then you just go tipping over and crashing. Lastly, we have how vehicles like this will deal with complex and real-world driving conditions. Like if someone slams on the brake in front of you, will it be able to adjust and swerve, or will it just put on its own brakes? Will it be able to read different road conditions, like it's riding in the rain or on gravel, or there's a bunch of leaves on the road? There's a lot of uncertainty at the moment with how bikes like this will function, and hopefully manufacturers will start giving us more of an insight in how these new ideas and systems work. The question, will we ever see a self-driving motorbike in production, is while there is no evidence or public knowledge of it, I'm going to say eventually we will get one, as it's the natural progression of technology. But to finish it all off, I'd like to add a little idea I've come up with while writing these, and a cool little upside of self-driving technology would be if you could almost summon your motorcycle. Just picture it. You're just about to finish the day at work and look out and the weather is perfect for a ride. You pick up your phone and order your motorbike to ride right over to you, and as soon as you finish work for the day, your bike is sitting right up front with all the necessary gear, and all that's left for you to do is hop on, manually take control like as any other motorcycle and enjoy your ride. I truly hope this will come to life, but for now I guess all we will have to do is wait and see where the future takes us.